Welcome to another of my live. So you guys, before I begin, I had my brows done yesterday, like this permanent brows, and I'm really hoping they fit the structure of my face. And I'm still doubting. I really hope it fits my face and it's not something that I regret in like a week or 2 weeks. But anyways, I'm also knitting. Right, there was one of my lives that I started knitting this on one of my lives, and then which was about 2 weeks ago, and there's a live that I had about 3 days ago, and one of my viewers reminded me that, oh, what about what I started knitting. So I was like, okay, no problem, I would proceed with it. And with you guys encouragement, I might probably be able to finish it. So it's a new week. It's a new week, and a new week means new opportunity, right? A new opportunity to do the things that you did not do last week. Another week to know your worth and add taxes. Basically, new week, new opportunities, new goals. Actually, I mentioned before that there are some people that set weekly goals. They don't set monthly goals or yearly goals. They set weekly goals, and weekly goals is a good way to look at it. The only issue is that sometimes what you did last week can spill into what you are going to do in the next week. But weekly goals is a very good way to look at it. So let me know, what are your goals for the new week? What do you plan to do in the new week? What are you working towards in the new week? For me, I have like a lot of weekly goals, but you know, I'm just hoping that I'm able to achieve all of them. You know that saying that it's better to overset your goals and then under deliver. That, I mean, if you're going to set a goal that you can easily achieve, then it's not really a goal, right? A goal or a dream or a vision is supposed to be something that you achieve with blood and sweat. But if it's something that you can easily achieve, then it's not a dream now, is it? Well, it could be a goal or something easy, but for something that is like your dream, it has to be something above the ordinary. It has to be something that is different, right? Something that you would achieve with like blood, sweat, and tears. I see a lot of people joining the live. Feel free to say hi. Thank you for being here. As always, it's nice to come on live and interact with everybody. It's nice to come on live and just have a simple chat. It's a new week, and like I said earlier, I have a lot of goals that I want to achieve in this new week. But um if you take things like easy, and if you don't put a lot of effort, you might not achieve the goals that you want to achieve. So whatever it is that you're planning to do, make sure to give it your best shot. Do it with the whole of your heart, and I pray that we all see tangible results. I hope we all see results that we are proud of. And don't forget that every day is not going to be a good day. That's a fact. Every day is honestly not going to be a good day. Some days will be better than others. Some days might even be like terrible days, right? But a terrible day doesn't mean that there has to be like a stop in your journey. A terrible day doesn't mean that life is against you. A terrible day is just what it is. A terrible day. It's not a terrible week. It's not a terrible month. It's just a bad day. That's all. And don't forget to put in as much work as you can. Hi, Andrea Borges. Nice to meet you. You like my videos? Oh, that's such a nice compliment, because half the time I'm second guessing myself. I'm asking that, am I on the right path? Sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing. But it's so encouraging. Thank you so much for these comments. Like, these comments really has made my evening. Thank you so much for this. And please, 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 Andrea, please subscribe to my channel. it will mean so much to me if you subscribe and if you give this video a thumbs up, just a way to encourage me so I can keep going, just a way to motivate me. It really means a lot to me that you see my videos, you like them. You know, I put out videos with a particular topic just so for anyone that can relate. Okay, I always hope that people can learn something from my videos, no matter how little. Okay, I don't like putting out empty videos. I just want to encourage somebody because at a point in my life, it was really important to me that I got support. Okay, so I like to support other people because I know how hard my journey has been, but you know, I'm grateful to God for the journey so far. Thank you for being here, Andrea. I hope that you had a great day. I hope that you had a great week, and I hope that you are prepared for the new week to come. Do you have plans? Oh, they took the lights. Okay, they took the lights, but just stay with me, guys. In my country, Nigeria, like power outage is something that we're used to. It comes and goes, but just stay with me. I'm sure the lights will be back in a few minutes. Okay, it's back. Thank you for being here. So I'm knitting. New week, new opportunities. The one way to spot opportunities is to make sure that you're looking out for opportunities, right? You're always looking out for, okay, what can I do to improve my life? What can I do to get better? What can I do to get to the next level? And the moment you're thinking things like that, ideas will definitely be flowing through your mind. And once you're having a flow of ideas, once you're having a flow of ideas, all ideas that come to your head are not workable, right? That means you cannot bring to reality every idea that comes into your head. But out of like 10 ideas that you will get, you will have one that is at least worth working on, right? It's worth doing. Again, not all ideas are, what's that word I'm looking for? Is it feasible? Not all ideas are workable, right? It's not all ideas that you have that you'll be able to bring to reality, but there are some ideas are definitely worth it. Okay, so the ideas that are worth it, you want to work hard on them as much as you can. And don't forget, when you're working on your ideas, that you might never be 100% sure, right? Most things that people do in life, they are never 100% sure. If you are waiting till you are 100% sure, then you're going to be waiting for a long time, and you might even miss an opportunity because you were not ready or willing to grab that opportunity when it came. So you would never be 100% ready, right? You will never be 100% convinced. In my opinion, if you're 50%, like you're 50% sure about something, go ahead and do it. Because while you're sitting there second guessing, while you're sitting there deciding on should I do this, should I not do it, while you're sitting there trying to make sure that everything is like all the conditions are great before you begin, somebody else has begun with just 20% reassurance. Do you understand? Like, there's a difference between thinking and acting. Some people are thinkers, okay? Some people are just thinkers, but some people are doers, right? Some people are action, they're go-getters, okay? Some people are just on the move, while some people are thinkers. Now, the honest truth is that the people that are doers achieve a lot more than people that are thinkers. Why? Because ideas don't come to life when you think about them for 3 weeks at a stretch. Ideas don't come to life when you ponder on them from morning till night. Ideas come to life when you take action on them, right? So no matter how much you think about doing a certain thing, it is never done until you actually do it. Which is why some motivational speakers have advised us that if you want to do something, don't talk about it to too many people, because the more you talk about doing that thing, your mind starts to trick you into thinking that you have actually done that thing because you've spoken about it so many times. Okay, you tell person A, you tell person B, you tell your neighbors, you tell your family, you tell your friends, tell your spouse, like you tell everybody about this thing that you want to do. So they start to applaud you, they commend you, they praise you. The um the satisfaction that you would have gotten from actually doing that thing, you've gotten it from just sharing that thing alone. The applause that you would have gotten when you actually do that thing, you get it from just sharing the news, right? Which is why motivational speakers advise us not to even share good news too early. If you share a good news too early, you risk that good news becoming into bad news, right? So instead of sitting down and thinking about doing something, stand up and go and do it. It's the same way they say Reading 100 books about starting a business is not actually starting a business. Reading 100 books about running a business is not actually running a business. The reason being that, like, business is a very tricky world. Like, business is so different from, every other thing that we do, every other thing that we experience. Business is a different ball game together, right? And that being that, you cannot imagine how to run a business. The only experience you can get from running a business is by when you actually run the business. Because if you're reading the theoretical aspects, there are so many things that they will not take into account, right? In the theoretical aspect, there are so many things that they would not factor into happening. And whoever wrote that theory part or you're reading, there are things that you would experience that they would not experience. Don't forget, when it comes to business, environment and location matters. When it comes to business, your target audience matters. When it comes to business, the kind of product or services that you render matters a lot. When it comes to business, your business models, policies, your business structure matters a lot. So anyone that is, who has written a book about a business has written it based on their perspective and on a part. They've written it based on a particular type, right? Particular structure, a particular model, a particular location, a particular environment. And don't forget that your personality also matters to the business, right? There's the video that I made, like, some of the things that I say are actually repetitive. If you follow like my videos, you would have heard a few of the things that I say, you would have heard me say them before, right? I did talk about that your business is a reflection of you, right? Meaning that when you're taking business advice or when you're following a particular business model, don't forget to add your own attitude, like your own personality into that advice, because the business will definitely reflect you. Like, your own ideologies, your principles, your personalities would definitely show in how the business is run. It will show in decisions that you make in business, right? So when you're following business advice to the last, don't forget to include your personality in there, because especially if you're a small business owner or you're a one-man business, your personality would definitely show in the business, right? Because you, as a sole owner, especially a small business, right, you make most of the decisions, okay? And you will make the decisions based on your level of understanding. You make the decisions based on your personality, right? There are some people that they're outgoing, they're bubbly, they're fun. That will be reflected in their business. And there's some people that they're strict, they are one way, they're not that bubbly, they follow the law and they don't break the rules. That will also show in how their business is run, the risk that the business is willing to take, the decisions that the business is willing to take. When you talk about business, a lot of it is centered around risk, right? The risks that the owner is willing to take, the risk that the founder is willing to take. So a lot of business discussions are centered around the owner and the level of risks that they're willing to take. Hi to everyone on the live. If you're here, please just drop a hi in the comment section. Don't be shy to communicate, don't be shy to interact, okay? The live basically is to be able to interact with my audience. That's why I come on live, to be able to talk to everyone in real time, in case you have any questions or you have anything that you would like to share with someone or anything to discuss. I know that life gets tough. I know that life can be hard, it can be bothersome, and everybody needs a shoulder to lean on. I'm so sorry that I've digressed. So that's one thing about me, which is why when I make videos to post on my YouTube channel, I really like to follow a script. Because if I don't follow a script and I just like start talking, I can go off topic, because one topic leads to another and another thing leads to another. And I used to be so reserved and quiet, but somehow I've turned into a yapper. Okay, I can sit here and yap for like 2 hours if you guys let me. See, here what was I saying? Risk taking, right? The kind of risks that you're willing to take will show on, how your business is run, how fast your business can grow, if the business can scale so easily, right? So risk taking is a very important aspect of business, even a very important aspect of your life. If you're the kind of person that you never take risk, okay, you never go out of your comfort zone, it will definitely show, right? It will definitely show in, and different areas and aspects of your life. So I always encourage people to take risks. Okay, go out and do something that you have never done before. Speak to someone that you have never spoken to before. Just basically do something that you have not done before. Not only does it add to your experience resume, there's something called experience resume. Experience resume is basically all the things that you have done, right? The things that you have experienced, the adventures that you have gone on, right? That's basically the resume for all those things. Now, some people, their experience resume is very blank because they've not really experienced much, they've not gone outside of their comfort zone, they've basically not really done anything, right? Anything tangible, anything worthwhile. So their experience resume is lacking, their experience resume is very low. And that's not the best, that's not the most advisable. So anyways, I just came on this live to wish everyone a great time, a great week, and I pray all the best for you. I pray that this new week that comes with new opportunities, you are able to grab the opportunities, you're able to identify the opportunities, and you're able to have the boldness to be able to take advantage of the opportunities. I hope that this week you do something that you have never done before. I hope that you break boundaries, I hope that you break limits, I hope that you break heights, I hope that you transform into a better version of yourself this week. I hope that this week will definitely be better than the last week. I hope that in this week you go from favor to favor, from success to success. I hope that this week will be better for you than the last week. I hope that and pray that this week you make progress. I pray that this week your life becomes more stable and your eyes are open to see the truth. I hope that this week you will not do anything that you will regret. I hope that this week you new ideas come into your mind, new ideas to make more money, new ideas to get in a healthy shape, new ideas to impact your life and the life of people around you. I just pray and hope that this week is the best week that you have ever experienced. Okay, and I hope that it continually get better from here onwards. So thank you so much for being on this live. I really appreciate you, and I hope to see you on my next live. If you're here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to give this live a thumbs up. See, this is one thing that I really admire small beginnings. Okay, it's not easy to be a person in your small beginnings, right? Small beginnings are fun to talk about in the aftermath, they are fun to look back on, but when you are living in the moment, in your small beginnings, it might not be the easiest time, but trust me, by the time you move on to bigger things, you will definitely miss those times where you were in your small beginnings, where nobody knew you, where you had no worries, and you could just like say whatever. So thank you for being on this live, and I will see you next time. Bye.